Hey guys, welcome to our commentary for Predator 2. We've got the DVD put in at the moment and the menu screen is playing the music, which you might hear in the background. Today with me is Ross. Say hello, Ross.
Hello.
And for those of you who know, me and Ross have been recording a series of videos for my YouTube channel called The Alien Experience, where we just talk about the Alien films. And
See you later, Ewan.
see you later, Ewan. Yeah. And we're now starting to move on to the Predator stuff. We did Concrete Jungle, the video game, and now we're actually going to do a commentary for Predator 2. Why we do the second one over the first one?
I don't know. I think in some ways Predator 2 is a little less popular.
Yeah, it's definitely
it's
underrated.
A bit more interesting. Everyone was always, endlessly quoting Arnie from the first one, and everyone knows, the first one really well. So it's just nice to do the second one.
The second one added a lot more to the Predator's backstory.
Oh, Jesus, you can say that again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
Fucking say that.
What I'm going to do is I'm about to press play. So we've got this DVD, a double box set of Predator and Predator 2 from 2004. It is a POW DVD, for those of you who want to know all that jargon. I'm watching on a PS4. I'm pressing play right now, if the controller works.
Switch it on.
Switch
Get
on.
that bad boy on.
Play. And now we're seeing the 20th Century Fox logo.
So sync it up, guys, and
It's
we can
fading
all watch
up
it together.
Well, they might be able to hear it in the background. I'm turning it up just so we can hear it. There's some classic lines.
There are some classic lines.
So,
well, I would like to mention how interesting it is, the fact that it was made in 1990 and it's set in 1997.
Yeah, and they make Los Angeles look like it's a complete war zone, which it's not too far from the truth.
Yeah.
But
I just find that really interesting. It's it's just if it's 1990, why not just set it in 1990?
Well, because they want their future technology. They want that feeling of disarray. They want to set it in a city. Predators are attracted to war combat, aren't they?
Yeah.
So in order to set it into a city, they couldn't at the time, I guess, in the 1990s, pull the strings to film it in a place like South Africa, like they could do now, or China, which open up to Hollywood films now to go and film there.
Right.
So in order to set it in Los Angeles, they just made up that it's set in 1997 and the world's sort of going a bit to crap.
So rather than have it in a different place, it's in a different time.
Yeah, it's like in a different alternate universe, which...
I love this fucking intro.
Yeah.
It's all massive gunfights in the street and that,
But it's like one of those things where you can look at... They didn't change it too much, so you could look at this like, oh, it's just like, this is what's going on in 1997.
Yeah.
Like, the futuristic side of this film is limited heavily to, like, some guns, and the news is a bit crazy. But, like...
yeah, I suppose it's kind of like you say. Yeah, it's a bit like
it could be in our world, but it's also could be its own. And a lot of fans who connect Alien and Predator together like this one because it shows Earth in turmoil, and it could be during a time where
the start of the beginning of the end sort of thing.
Yeah. But this film, obviously, John McTiernan, it has a different director, Stephen Hopkins, I think his name is. Yeah, Stephen Hopkins did this. I think he also did Relic. I think he did the Relic.
Coincidentally, has a creature that has a predator-esque head.
Yeah, I could be wrong about that. Let me just.
He's just obsessed with it. He just has to get predators and everything.
Yeah. Oh, someone just tweeted me saying want some candy because I put that we were watching it.
No, don't accept their candy. They might be
yeah. Look at that
kind of pervert.
What I love more...
I love the discordant trumpet in this bit.
Yeah.
I always thought that was really weird and out of place, but kind of worked in a stupid way. That guy, he's amazing, the guy with long hair.
See, because why I think this film works with the first film as well is because, do you know the guy who played Carter? There he is, look, from Lost World.
Oh, shit.
Why I think this film works in conjunction with the first one is because you look at the first film, and it wasn't realistic at all. You had all Arnie
Yeah,
throwing
yeah,
knives, going
definitely.
stick around. It was
Stick around.
very cheesy, over the top movie.
Painless, you know, if you could walk with that, you're some kind of superhuman, just like they were.
Exactly, but it was
yeah,
it was like tongue in cheek.
It doesn't really break from like the style because
no, not at all.
It's obviously a different setting with different stuff going on, but it is that over the top action, typical like sort of 80s action film that's kind of carried over into this one.
But yeah, but also like because the semi-cartoonish nature of the world building in Predator 1 is carried over through the different gang characters we meet.
Like
Bill Paxton's character and the news reporters being all over the top and stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, Danny Glover nails it in
his
this.
crack team of detectives there.
Oh wow,
that's the cool thing. You do actually, you know, like in a lot of films these days, like there's a lot of throwaway characters. I mean, even though I can't fucking remember what all these people's names are, you still get the sense that they are actually, you know, like they do kind of feel like a believable kind of group who, you know, who actually do stuff, who fight crime and
Well, we know Danny Boy.
Yeah, Danny Boy. Yeah,
Danny Boy.
But yeah, like I don't know. I just like the characters in this. They seem pretty cool.
They are awesome. Yeah, they're all cool, especially Danny Glover.
Oh man.
And King Willie. King Willie might be my favorite.
Holy shit, he's great.
From the other side, do you see?
Look at that Danny Glover. Too small.
Yeah, he pulls a shotgun.
So many guns in the back of his... You think it's tight trousers as well. He's really, real tight ass on the go there.
Oh shit, I'm looking up what Stephen Hopkins did. Californication, a few episodes. Shameless.
Shameless? What, the British one?
I think the American one.
I was going to say, what the fuck? That's so weird.
The Reaping. Did a couple of episodes of 24.
Oh shit.
Did Lost in Space. We all know how that was.
Yes,
he did a film which is awesome called The Ghost in the Darkness in 1996. Tales from the Crypt. Predator 2. Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Oh, who did The Relic then? Shit. Getting my facts wrong, folks. I remember this film I had it on video, recorded off TV.
Yeah.
And it had like pretty much the entire opening like missing. Like it started very fuzzily around the time the Predator is in the bathroom healing itself.
Seriously, that's
so far into the film. And I watched that ending so much, and then after that came something like an episode of Thunderbirds or something like that. But it'd always be him looking up at the sky right at the end and saying next time, or you'll get your chance, or something, whatever he says at the end.
God, look at that.
And I never saw this till DVD or video when someone got on video. I think you maybe.
Yeah. That Danny Glover clearing out the shop.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to remember because I remember like when I was really, really fucking young. Being at my grandparents' house, and I think my uncle was living with him at the time, and like he had a copy of Predator 2, and I remember always looking at the back cover of it where it shows the Predator standing in front of the massive clock tower thing.
Yeah.
I always remember looking at that, and I have so many memories of Predator that weren't even Predator. Like I remember, like I think I don't know how I made this connection, but like. I swear to God, I remember some bit where there's like some giant vortex of energy, like, and I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass pretty much, so because I was just a stupid little kid. But yeah,
were you confusing it with like Stargate or something?
No idea, because this is when I was about like 5 or 6. But I remember being told about it, and I also remember reading about it as well. Like, I remember when I was really, really young having this book that was like the best kind of like, like the top 100 sci-fi aliens or whatever. And I remember reading about the Predator, and this is before I'd watched any of the films. So it was like, all right, he uses like nuclear weapons and stuff. and like throwable weapons, and because it had like nuclear
Oh, you
weapons.
put two and two together.
Yeah, so I literally had this image of the Predator in my mind, like before I'd even seen the films of it, just like leaping around, like throwing like little grenades that were like miniature nuclear bombs. So like it was just chucking them around with like little mushroom clouds coming out of these fucking nuclear bombs. It's such a fucking stupid kid. Oh my god, it's amazing. But yeah, it was weird. Like, I swear I remember seeing it, but I don't think I actually did.
Yeah, no, it's quite a nostalgic film for me in terms of, especially towards the end with that ending. Actually, no, tell a lie. I'm just sort of thinking back. Like, I don't know if it was the bathroom scene. I think it was when he like falls into the hole of the literally when he lands on the ship.
So you
So
would
it's
have
like literally
10 or 15 minutes or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
and even then it was like chewed up, really
Jesus.
chewed up. And that was my first like introduction to Predator 2. But I love how different this film is to the first one in terms of like its storytelling. It's not just it's in a jungle hunting people. Like this one becomes. Well, it is essentially Lethal Weapon meets Predator.
Yeah.
Because you've got Danny Glover.
Say no to that.
It's got Riggs. Is it Riggs? Riggs. This is cool.
Yes, there he is.
I think it's my favourite Predator, the one in this one.
Yeah, it looks the coolest.
I love the look of the original, don't get me wrong. The original Predator is freaking insanely good.
But this one just looks savage and vicious.
And was the original one. This one, I don't know, it just has more to it. I love the red coloration of it and the amount of weapons it has.
Yeah, the amount of weapons it has is like fucking quadrupled since the last film.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I remember reading about the design of it, like Stan Winston when he was coming up with his newer design, like they were saying they wanted it to be like more. They did actually want it to be like more vicious looking, more savage looking, and like one from a different kind of clan or whatever.
Yeah. Oh no, Riggs in Lethal Weapon is bloody. What's his face? His character, Mel Gibson. Murtaugh. Roger Murtaugh is played by Danny Glover. That's it. But also Gary Busey and a few of the other actors.
I love how the kind of like the Predator's vision is really, really vibrantly coloured. Like there's a lot more greens in it than there were before. Like I don't know, it might be.
Well, this was also the film where they introduced it could change its vision. Like,
oh man!
Because in the first film it saw heat vision,
cool.
but then when it took its helmet off, it was even worse.
Yeah, yeah.
But in this, like they've upped the heat look.
Yeah,
like
it looks like a lot more neon, vibrant kind of colours in it.
And it's a lot neater. But then they showed you that it can change its vision.
Yeah, I love that because it doesn't actually like kind of show you what kind of spectrum it's seeing in, but you just get all these weird different variants. And you're just thinking, fuck, what kind of wavelength for?
Yeah.
What is it looking for? What does it use that for? Like.
Yeah, exactly. Different hunting techniques. It's cool how violent this film is. I mean, that's the guy who plays Carter from the last one.
Yeah.
Lying back there.
That's what you get. That's what you get for leaving a man behind.
So much blood on the walls. So much coke as well, lying around the place. It's like a goddamn war zone in here. I need to read up a little bit more on the like pre-production for this. I've got this on Blu-ray and it's got the making of the film, and I actually don't think I've ever sat down and watched it.
Shit, maybe we should then. I'd love to see that.
Like, I'd love to know if they had problems on set or if they, if it was a smooth sailing ship.
I do. The only thing I can really remember about the makeup from this was that someone nicked one of the Predator's combi sticks. Near the stars, like someone just nicked it.
I love it. You know that. Look at his handprints. Can you see like it dug its nails into the tiles?
So cool.
Climbed up the wall like a lizard.
Fucking love that about the Predator, just like how nimble and agile it is.
There's so much blood though. Like literally everywhere. Oh, we've got a naked guy hanging upside down now.
Here we go.
It's cool because for me, this is like Predator 1 obviously set the parameters of like what the Predator is in terms of it's a hunter. It hunts you because you've got weapons and that. But in terms of film, like this one for me is the one where the Predator really comes out of its shell, and this feels like a Predator film.
Yeah.
Whereas the original feels like an Arnie film.
Yeah, no, that's it.
If that makes any sense.
No, totally. In Predator, the first one, the Predator was like an obstacle, and this one is like a character.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, obviously, in the first one, it was a character, and it did kind of have like a personality.
And if we're going to choose, if we had to be on a desert island with one or two, I think I'd go with one, just because I love the jungle setting and all that sort of stuff, and all the lines. But as a Predator film, if someone said, you got to be on a desert island, you got to pick one Predator film, I'd probably pick Predator 2, in terms, because it's got more Predator in it.
Yeah. More of that sweet Predator action. But really like this one as well, because the Predator is hiding in plain sight. Like, you know, in the first one, it was obviously
in the trees,
in the middle of nowhere. They were the only people around. But in this, the Predator is all over the place. It's in a city that's filled of people, shit going on everywhere, and it's like just, you know, it's just living amongst them all. And nobody even knows.
That's what I said to you when we did the Here He Comes, Gary Busey.
Oh, where is he?
Here comes Gary Busey.
Oh, come on.
Here he is. There he is.
Harrigan. Is it Harrigan?
No, that's Danny Glover.
Danny Glover. Fuck, what is it?
Peter Keys.
Peter Keys, that's it. I was trying to remember the...
Outlook on life? Fuck it.
Trying to remember that fucking thing, man. Oh. See if you can... Have you still got that picture? If you have.
I've got it on an external hard drive somewhere.
Holy shit, find it and stick it on this video, because it's so relevant. It's never been more relevant.
Oh, man, that's going to be a hunt now.
Nah, you got to find it.
Yeah, I will. I'll definitely have a look for it, yeah.
What was it like?
It was just a picture on the internet.
Name Special Agent Peter Keys. Mission: capture the unknown alien extraterrestrial entity or whatever. Outlook on life. Fuck it, and then just that really fucking stupid picture of him. Oh, so good.
Because he is like that.
Oh my god, yeah. Anyone like fucking listen to this? Go and watch. I'm with Busey.
I'm with Busey is fucking hilarious.
I was crying, man. The shit he comes out with.
But this also kind of feels a little bit like RoboCop as well.
Yeah, it has that OCP feel to it, doesn't it? Like with a lot of the stuff in it. Like
it's definitely a product of that sort of kettle of fish.
It's almost like violence for entertainment in a way because of the news guy. Like
I could watch this RoboCop. What is it? Starship Troopers, Total Recall. They all sort of fit in the same.
Yeah, they could
category.
all easily be in the same universe, sort of thing.
Mm.
So it was. I think.
Here he is, Bill Paxton. One of two actors to be killed by an alien, a predator, and a Terminator.
Fucking yes.
Him and Lance Hendrickson.
Now that is a fucking good achievement.
Yeah, well, if he's in Jurassic Park 5, which I'd love to see, Bill Paxton in a Jurassic Park, he might get killed by a dinosaur as well.
Shit. That's basically everything ticked off.
And then you win. He wins a gold medal.
You just post him with like a shitty plastic gold medal with like your face sellotaped to it.
Saying well done.
And you're kind of like not even really smiling, you're just holding your thumb up in the picture, and then it's just like, congratulations, you've won a golden jack.
Look on life. Fuck it.
Hey!
Here's Gary Busey knocking on the door. Like he's on the edge.
He is. He's literally just teetering on the brink of going fucking mental. It's so weird to see him like acting seriously after the shit we've seen over the past few days.
This was before the mountains and mountains of coke. Do you think the coke that was at the start of this film was like what he just
his personal
he
supply?
Stole? When they said they stole a combi stick, he stole a combi stick full of cocaine.
Yeah, that's how he's smuggling it around in fucking Predator props.
Is that libelous? That's making up.
Shit, well, any views expressed are ours alone and not
and
jokes anything.
Yeah. I love how they also say how absolutely sweaty they all are. Like they're going for a heat wave.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is again what
One
they
of
said in the
things that
first
attracts
film.
the predator. Yeah,
Yeah, it's heat. So it's like Los Angeles in the story of this in 1997. This semi-dystopian, futuresque view of the big city in America is sort of the perfect condition for Predator to come and hunt.
Yeah, loads of violence, loads of heat.
And I love what you said, like the Predator is just here living amongst them. And it's true, because that's what I love about these films. Like I said in one of the previous videos, it's not an alien invasion film, it's an alien relationship film. Like, it's just us trying to have coexist with these things.
Yeah, yeah.
But also trying to fend them off because they're killing us.
Yeah, exactly. It's not
they're not here to take over the entire planet.
They're here for a scrap.
Yeah, exactly. Which is something you don't necessarily see every day. It's very easy. It could have been very easy for this film to sort of like jump in and go straight for like the action and go, straight into the jungle again.
Yeah, yeah.
Try and get Arnie back, all that sort of stuff. But they did like kind of a Lost World, aliens sort of thing where they just completely mixed it up, and that's why a lot of people don't like it because it's so vastly different in some aspects. When really, it's a pretty damn good, solid film.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's the thing. Like it's
with some freaking awesome effects.
Yeah, definitely. It just carries on really well from the first Predator film. I personally think.
Yeah. Definitely feels like it's on the same planet as the original.
Also, I just love the whole premise that it starts off as just like an investigation, and then they start to realise that something's up, and then it all goes fucking downhill.
Yeah, they introduce all the mob, all the gang bosses and stuff.
Yeah, and that this takes. Oh, sorry, no, this doesn't take. Concrete Jungle takes so many cues from this because it's a very similar premise, about a crime-ridden city.
Yeah,
the Predator's gone to hunt in, and you have to kind of go around. You get to see all the different sort.
They even have the clock tower, don't they?
Yeah. It's a very kind of Los Angeles themed kind of place, I think.
Yeah. This town is a war zone. Love the lighting in this scene.
Welcome to the war.
Bill Paxton's getting a stern wording from Danny Glover.
Papa Glover.
Pap's glove.
Pap's glove.
Welcome to the war. Now we're going to see the old voodoo people. Shit happens. Shit happens.
He just they all break and he just carries on going.
Yeah. The Jamaicans. Fucking voodoo magic man.
I love these guys.
Yeah, the aesthetics of this room's really cool because it kind of looks like how everyone designed the Predator stuff afterwards.
Oh yeah. God, I hate that fucking precedent they set of all that fucking shitty.
Like the Aztec type stuff.
God, don't get me fucking started.
Yeah, they definitely sullied, in my eyes, design-wise, the Predators a little bit by adding all that because it was cool that you didn't know what they were in a way.
I liked how their engineering looked originally. It's not like fucking big old blocks that look like they're made by Aztecs. They're weird, organic kind of bug-like shells. Not solid rock and stuff. It just doesn't. To me, it just doesn't fit in with how Predators look.
No.
There's a huge disparity between the original Predator. The ships that they have for some reason all of a sudden in Aliens vs Predator, that fucking...
You see a ship in this one as well, and it looks very similar to the one in the first film.
Yeah, that's it. And then for some reason, all of a sudden, they change it in Aliens vs Predator. I mean, for fuck's sake, it's just stupid as hell. Yeah. And then the annoying part of that is that they then...
Well, it's not that they changed it, because obviously it's set, it's meant to be set after this, I guess.
But it's the design, the look of it is just so out of place.
It doesn't look like it's designed by the same creatures.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
I tell you what I believe.
Really...
Shit happens.
Yeah.
Guts that guy's heart. Look at the size of that J.
That fucking hell. Bit of full frontal nudity there. Don't see that often.
Wait, dude, Game of Thrones?
Oh yeah, Game of Thrones now, I guess, yeah. But it's taking a while for films to catch up.
Yeah, it's true.
I guess it's because, like, in this, I
guess the wrong type of film.
They're going for an 18, so they're like, fuck, we might as well just throw everything at it then if we're going to have it as an 18.
Yeah. Oh my god, the net gun.
Now, the only problem there is, like, why is the net gun not cloaked?
Maybe it's choosing to, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something like when it...
Just a bit of a showcase that
it's like the blades. The blades aren't cloaked.
So cool, this whole fucking bit. You get to really see what it's, like, sort of capable of, you know.
Yeah. The guy just getting shot out, hanging from the ceiling.
And getting wobbled around a bit. Yeah. Nice.
So cool.
Yes.
There go the Jamaicans. I forgot what I was going to say now. You talk about Predator ships. They changed the design and all that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the annoying thing is like the Predator's aesthetic has changed like irreversibly because so many people are fucking buying into it with the stuff they're making that it's just going to become part of like the lore of Predators. I mean, I'm already fucking pissed off enough that they call them fucking Uatjas or whatever it is. It's like the shit name ever, for fuck's sake. Like, I like the
I can understand they need a name that's not Predators because...
No, I think Predator is a fucking fine name because the problem is, right...
None of the characters call him a Predator.
No, it's not even that because none of them call me fucking shitty old Uatja. But, no, I seriously have a massive fucking problem with that. It's just disturbing how much of an issue that is for me. But like the cool thing about the Predator is that his language is totally indecipherable. Like, you know, it mimics human speech, but its actual language and means of communication is absolutely alien. Like,
yeah,
you know, like with like in Prometheus, like the aliens obviously can talk.
Yeah.
Which works because they're supposed to be like humans.
Yeah. That alien had a right old time skinning in there.
Yeah, look at that.
But yeah, I think...
And that's the thing, like, I'm like, for fuck's sake, why do we need the Predator's name somehow translated into human speech? I mean, how... It just doesn't make any sense because it's almost...
What does that add?
It's because it's like, how would you translate the name Uatja from the Predator's language? Because it wouldn't make any... That doesn't make any sense at all. It's like, how would you... You know, turn those clicks into like, I don't know, man. It's just stupid that they have to give them an alien-sounding name, just to make them have an alien name. Like, it's just stupid. I think the Predator's language is cool because you can't understand it. And you can't.
It's one of those things. I don't mind seeing more of the Predator in terms of more weapons and like, you know, how spoilers where it doesn't kill the lady because she's pregnant, all that sort of stuff. Like, I love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I agree. Like giving them a stupid name makes no sense. But I also love that the Predators as characters, you don't know where they get their technology from, whether they're the ones who invent it or if they're the ones who have stolen it, because they're a very barbaric. They're a very barbaric race who live off hunting. They claim the
weapons off their prey. Like if they beat an enemy, they get to take their weapons. And
but that's never confirmed or denied. That's what I love. That it feels like I like to think they've come up with it, but then I'm like, actually, but like they're so scruffy looking.
Yeah,
in like their.
And
they got bits and pieces all patched all over them.
Can you really imagine like Predators in white lab coats working on a fucking warp drive and like,
right?
Guns? Like,
unless they don't look like Predators, the people who do that on the planet they come from. Like if they're
Like
a
a different
completely
cast
different like a different alien, like
yeah, I mean that
a
would
different species.
a different species. So it's like a
different
collective
species, yeah, like
rather
a
than
collective, and they
maybe they've got them enslaved or something like.
yeah, it could be anything. That's what I love that you never find out.
And that's what's cool.
You
The
should never
intrigue,
find out.
the intrigue that you have from the Predators. I mean, like, well, maybe we'll find out with the new film that's coming out.
Well, yeah, I'm really excited about that. Yeah,
That's going to be fucking weird.
so I didn't mind Predators too much.
No, Predators was really cool actually. I
It was
liked
cool. It didn't
that's-
feel. It didn't feel. Well, it did feel like it was set in the same universe, but it was. It had for me. It had too many sort of harkens back to the original.
Yeah, too much fan service.
Well, yeah, nothing wrong with fan service. Just how it's how it's done.
Yeah, definitely.
But
I quite liked it. I mean, there wasn't that much to it story-wise.
Well, they built it up. The thing, what I didn't like about it was they built it up that they were going to release the original Predator.
Yeah.
And it was going to help the humans in a sense that it wasn't just going to kill them.
Yeah, it was just...
and it was going to fight the other Predator and win, and then, get in the ship, probably put them in a pod and send them home. That's what I thought was going to happen. Like, it was just going to point to an escape pod, they get in it, and it fires them up into space and sends them back to Earth. But instead, it gets his head cut off, and then it's up to Adrian Brody to strip down, get all mudded up, and then hack its head off. It was up for the human to win, which I was kind of gunning. I hoped that the Predator would win because it would show him a little bit more of a character. That's
almost like Imagine If in Jurassic World, the Indominus Rex killed the T-Rex, and then it was up to Owen to kill the
exactly.
Yeah.
It was like, no, the whole film, this original Predator's been strapped there.
You want to see it?
I want to see it
absolutely fucking go mental.
I want to see the Predator do his stuff,
Yeah.
But they didn't do it, and it irritated me. But everything else is all right. I mean,
do like
there's a couple of little niggles I have with it, but the rest is all good. I love it. I love the sword fight in the field.
Yeah.
That's all cool.
There were a hell of a lot of cool shots from Predators, and also that they introduced like the fact that there are other.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Other Predator sort of like maybe races or
different Predator races.
I think that was
like
really
wolves
cool.
to dogs. That's what they say.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, even though I like hold Predator 1 and 2 on equal footing, Predators I do hold a little bit under those two. Like if I had to put them in like order of like how much I like them, like
I think
I'll watch Predator 1 and 2 over Predators any day of the week.
Predators was a really quite a surprisingly good. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't bad by a long
Let's
shot.
watch Bill Paxton flirting.
He's like, "Hey, you, my sister." Hey, it's my sister. Oh, you're not my sister, are you?
Oh, Jesus.
Now they're hunting down Peter Keys. It just had baby cakes on a banner in the background. So now, if you're just to double check that you're all synced up, folks, if you're seeing old Danny Boy walking into a building from an overhead view, looking around all like suspicious, shaft of blue light at the top of the screen, you're completely synced up, as Danny Boy has foolishly gone back to the crime scene alone before waiting for Danny Glover's character to turn up. Harrigan. He's now picking a lock. Danny Boy. That is what I love about this film as well, is that it's got a good pace. It doesn't like just throw you straight back in.
Even though you do see a lot of action, a lot of stuff involved in the Predator. Yeah, it is a very well paced film.
Like this,
it
like
doesn't,
this guy
it doesn't
going back
shoot
to the
us
crime.
load too early.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like this guy going back to a crime scene to check it out. To find that little artifact. Like, you didn't have anything like that in the first film, so.
Yeah, I think probably the closest you get to that is the just the blood, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, I like this. They find kind of more physical evidence of it.
Well, he saw that earlier, didn't he? But he kept it to himself. Yeah. You see where it's dragged all the corpses. Now, do you think it eats the humans sometimes if it's hungry?
It eats.
Well,
beef.
I know
it eats beef.
I know it eats beef, but it's dragged the body up there for a reason. So, did you think?
Well, maybe. I mean,
or was it going up there to hang them from the rafters?
Yeah, that's what I reckon. I reckon that it probably
took them up there and then hung them down,
and maybe to claim the skull later, to keep animals away from it.
Oh, maybe it killed the guy who said shit happened and took his skull.
All the rest just get hung up as a decoration.
Yeah. It's cool that there's that bloody handprint on the side, the predator's handprint.
Yeah, you can really see this, not human. It almost looks like an alien one, because it looks like the little finger and the thumb both go out at right angles.
Obviously, this film was made very famous for one single thing being in this film. The old alien skull in the trophy room. As soon as fans saw that, they lost their nut.
But then the only problem is, somehow, fucking idiots got to direct anything to do with that.
Yeah.
Absolute fucking idiots.
That could work. That was the annoying thing.
I don't understand how they got it so horribly, horribly bad.
Don't get me wrong, I don't think Predator and Alien are in the same universe, because the film where a guy throws a knife into someone and goes, stick around, is not in the same universe as John Hurt convulsing on the table with an alien bursting out of his chest and all the the subtle character developments in that. There's no real...
Well, I don't know.
When you get to Aliens, that's where the one-liners come out. But even then...
They're still fairly believable if you...
They're very believable. They're not done in the heat of the moment, apart from when Ripley walks up to the Queen and says, get away from her, you bitch. She's yelling at it to get his attention, so it makes sense.
But, all of the Marines is great, because, that's the sort of... They want to sound all fucking hard, and they want to say cool things, because they think they're fucking hard as nails and that. They just want to sound like they're the part, which is why the one-liners almost kind of make sense in a way.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
Wait, what was that?
It said he's responsible, Harrigan, Danny Glover's character, is responsible for the destruction of 11 squad cars.
I love it. I love how he's a maverick. It's great.
He's got an excessive aggressive personality. This is when he's getting grilled by the FBI, maybe? This is the guy who's he's in Die Hard. He plays one of the FBI agents. Special Agent Johnson, I think his name is. He's like Special Agent Johnson, and then he's got a black guy with him. He's like Special Agent Johnson and Special Agent Johnson. No relation. It's one of those moments why Die Hard's so good, because it has that little moment of absolute hilarity that just sticks out. But it still works, because it's one of those weird things where in life things like that happen.
Nice. This is it. He's on the warpath now.
This is where he pins old Beauty up against the wall, and they have a bit of a natter.
A bit of a natter.
Here we go. That he's after him. Look at this. That he's gonna get him. That. Now it's personal. We should look up what Gary Busey's done between this and I'm with Busey.
Claps in his face. God, has Busey got a little rocket ship on his tie?
It's like a little... Actually looks like that symbol from Harry Potter, whatever that... The hell's that symbol?
I wonder what
the Death Eater symbol.
Shit, Gary Busey confirmed for Death Eater.
That's the hardcore news reporters. I love they just show it on camera.
Hardcore scorecard. Oh, fucking hell. It really is like news attainment.
Yeah, it's like if you look at RoboCop, which is directed by the same guy who did Starship Troopers, it's like that.
Yeah.
They're that nuclear board game that they're like advertising on TV. I'd buy that for $1. This is the dream team, these three. Now Danny's gone. We've got our main core characters now. Harrigan, Bill Paxton's character, I forget his name. And the girl, forget her name as well.
What was his name? Like something like the Ranger or something, wasn't it? Like,
we're watching it and we couldn't even listen to it.
Ranger. Hang on, this.
That is another thing I think a lot of people complain about this film, which I slightly agree with.
Yeah.
Is the fact that you hear a lot of the plot developments through the characters just talking like that. Like they went out, like Danny died, and then they went chasing after Peter Keyes and they lost him.
Yeah.
And so we never saw that, but now we see what they've been doing. That we're now at the O Wolf, whatever it's called, or is it O Wolf?
Oh yeah, that says on the helicopter or something.
It says it on the computer screens here.
Oh, sorry,
yeah. That was like the Weyland-Yutani of the Predator film universe.
Yeah.
And in Alien vs. Predator 2, they tried to link them all by having O-Wolf and Yutani join forces. I say it's O-Wolf, it's O-W-L-F. I just call it O-Wolf.
O-Wolf. Oh my god.
Obviously, it's very Aliens-esque.
I just saw a fucking hilarious thing about it, like behind the scenes thing, man.
What about with this?
Yeah.
Go on.
Really
tell the audience.
So, basically, you know the alley scene? I guess they're talking about the one with King Willie in the alleyway. Apparently they filmed that in a really, really rough neighbourhood. Like a really fucking dodgy part of town or whatever. And the alley was littered with garbage, most of which was kept in shot for the film. And there were like huge rats everywhere. Local residents, angered by the noise created by the film crew, would throw bottles and paper bags filled with feces from windows at the crew in the alley below. And worst of all, the film crew found a dead body hidden amongst the garbage. Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, jeez. That is absolutely insane.
They found a dead body. Oh my god. I wonder if that's on the making of. I need to get that out and have a look at it. Oh, let unknown elements.
Yes.
I love it that it's made of something that we just don't know what it is.
I fucking love it. So, that's the thing. Like,
I love that they let him keep it.
Yeah. But then they go and take all the computers, don't they, and shit.
Yeah, true.
He instantly pulls his gun.
King Willie will see you now. That was the ride I took to come to London. You want some ganja, man?
This is the bit we were saying about the other day, how like in the Cardinal Road there's so much smoke coming out.
Here we go, good shot of the Predator.
Oh, nice.
It's very gothic looking. Door swings both ways, my ass.
Oh, yes. Yeah, this scene. This must be the one that's talking about.
There must be a body in there somewhere.
Jesus.
He must be so high right now. King Willie will see you now.
Ah, so Bill Paxton's Jerry Lambert.
That's it, Lambert.
And
Jerry Lambert.
Leona Cantrell is played by Maria Conchita Alonso.
Ah. What's the character's name?
Leona.
Leona.
It's all coming back now.
Peter Keyes. Outlook
Like
on life.
all the bags of feces down there that were flung at him by the residents.
Yeah, that's why he's walking so slowly.
He just getting shit all over his nice polished shoes.
Bags of feces.
Fucking raining down on him.
Why didn't they just film on a set if it was so bad?
Well, it's good. It looks wicked, man.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know if you could have recreated like that kind of real shittiness. King Willie's such a weird looking guy. Fucking awesome character.
Mm. I don't know who he is, but I know. But I know where he is. The other side.
Yes.
I don't know why King Willie reminds me of Darren Leggett.
He does. Legacy.
How he looks a little bit like a predator with his dreadlocks. Yeah. He's even got like armoured plating on his chest.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like
it's sort of like gold, like sort of.
Until he come calling. I had, in the scene, in the VHS, I had this scene as well. It was like this scene all fuzzy, because I remember the screaming head and then the skull being polished. Then it sort of went really fuzzy for ages, and then it went on to the ending. I had to fast forward the video a lot. Because it all got chewed. So I remember seeing this, then the ending, and then that was it. You just see a bag of shit just like crashed on the floor.
Right in front of his legs. Oh, window just closed itself.
Here comes a bag of shit.
Splat right on his head.
This is so cool.
I love how the Predator's just toying with him.
It must have got the information of who King Willie was from them, his men. And then hunted him down. Yeah. So cool.
So the fucking effects on the Predator are just so good on his cloaking.
I just love it. It's like something like Star Wars, the Predator. It's like a bounty hunter or something. I love he didn't even see it. It's just
apparently they had
lost.
to cut the film, like recut it like fucking 20 times because it was just so fucking gory.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, it had loads and loads and loads of re-edits because it was just it was like too much.
I want to see all this.
Yeah, I know. What happened to all those fucking missing scenes? The brain tube.
Cleaning out all the gunk. Getting a nice like shiny skull.
That.
Cleaning his dome.
Yeah, so really,
really polishing his dome.
This
is where you briefly see the alien's head.
Wax on, wax off.
Tony Pope.
Tony Pope.
Tony Pope for hardcore.
Nice. The Prince of Powder.
I do love it. It's like a detective story. He thinks that the Predator's toying with him, but the Predator's just killing where it's been killing. It's not actually doing anything with his character until later. This guy killed Danny, and he's gonna fall.
You fucking tell him, Danny Glover.
It must have been funny when Danny Glover was calling the other character Danny Boy.
Yeah.
Danny Boy. Danny Boy. Talking about himself. Oh, we're coming up to.
Danny Glover got him killed. He told him to take the tube.
Yeah, we're basically coming up to. We've got the cemetery scene, and then I think we've got the train. Then it's the chase, the big chase until the fight at the end.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Mm. See, what I want to know is what irresponsible parents, right, come to a graveyard to obviously go to see someone's gravestone, but leave the kid in the car.
Yeah, especially in a fucking war-torn or crime-ridden
with a
city
toy
like this.
gun.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Just shoots the kid's head. That's our first inkling of a different...
Of a predator with a conscience.
Yeah.
I guess it just sets out the really fucking cool, like kind of code of honor, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I liked. I liked that they weren't just a malicious killing machine. But it does kind of take the fear out in some respects, where you're like, if you just don't have a weapon, and they attack it.
I see. I don't believe that. I think if you are able-bodied, then it would try and take you on in the fight. It would just fucking have you.
But do you make the first move? That's the question. Ding, ding. How sweaty he is.
Sweaty motherfucker.
Yeah. It's Danny's necklace. See, what if it was coming back to give him his necklace, Danny's necklace?
I think it's
not give Danny Glover. I mean, like, just put the necklace back on the gravestone.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
It's like even a code of honor goes right down to keep your shit. I'll take your skin.
Yeah, I'll take your skin, but you can have all your stuff back. No, I like to think it's just really fucking goading Harrigan into a fight. Yeah. It really, really wants to fucking have him.
Wants to test him, yeah. See, the thing is, now it's going to be on the subway. It makes you believe there's like more than one predator running around the city doing stuff.
Places so fast.
But then it is just one predator. Here we go. They've got to be police officers. This is what the London Underground's like every day.
Yeah. Oh, this guy.
I love how all the old people, so everyone has guns.
Classic. Loosen your sphincters.
Take a deep breath. Loosen your sphincters.
That looks so cool. It's crawling. Oh, God.
It must have like known where his men were. Like it must be tuned in to what the police are doing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if it could just follow the trails or scents.
Radio
or
signals.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just I love that everyone just starts blasting in the dark.
Yeah. I love that you can barely see what's going on in this scene, but it's freaking awesome.
It's really Aliens-esque, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really like Aliens. Fuck yeah, Predator.
I'm really hoping if the next Predator film is anywhere near as good as this one, I'll be happy.
Definitely.
You know.
It's weird. I just don't know what it is that they miss when they make like films about like. It's like this is a whole generation of filmmakers that just are gone.
Well, there's still the films have just the industry's changed, hasn't it? It changes
Yeah.
every time they release a new film.
Something else will set the precedent for like what is good or what. But yeah, totally. No, I know what you mean. Like that guy gets fucking blown away.
He like lies. He like crawls onto Bill Paxton.
So you mean it kills a woman there? Like no problem.
Yeah, it kills 2 women, so you're armed. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what makes me think that it will just fucking go after anyone and everything.
Oh yeah, no, I never doubted that it would go after women, but wait, where did that come from?
About like the code of honor or ethics.
Oh yeah, because
Predator
it
has
was
its own version of.
Yeah, I don't think women are not in the Predators menu. Let's put it that way.
In the menu. I mean, totally. It's like, oh, here's a bit where he fucking lobs his little stress ball.
Yeah. So cool, you can't see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be shooting in the legs. Such a well done scene as well.
Do you remember in Aliens vs Predator the game?
Yeah.
Where they remade this whole.
Even had that glass smashing sound. Great. It was stressful.
It'd been great if he just ran and started trying to fucking pummel it with his fists.
Yeah. He picks up a machete.
Let's dance!
How did this woman on the train not know what was going on?
Yeah, just driving the train, you can hear loads of screaming, loads of gunfire, smashes, fucking...
Yeah.
It's real deal.
That's the station in the game, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the point you start from, isn't it?
Mm.
If I remember rightly, you can get a smart gun underneath that train.
Underneath it?
Yeah. So the train has inadvertently run over a piece of equipment that's from like 100 odd years in the future.
Or it's run over a marine.
Yeah, for some reason it was just a marine wandering on the track.
Yeah, I mean, the film industry's changed over the years. I feel like that the new one could be like this. I mean, Predators was close, but it was a bit different in terms of like it did some things.
I did like Predators. I really did.
I did. I just didn't like Lawrence Fishburne's character exploding when he got shot, like in that stupid CGI burst of fake blood. Like it didn't look good.
He turned to liquid.
Yeah, like a water balloon,
and not even that much liquid.
And all they did was shoot him in the head with one of their shoulder cannons. They should use practical gore in Predator films all the time.
If they just like had a dummy filled with real meat and fucking blow it up, that'd be good. Because I mean, I have no doubts whatsoever that the Predator can. Well, of course, the Predator can alter the power of the plasma caster.
Yeah, yeah. But I just didn't like that. It was like there was a few too many moments in that film where it was a bit like that. Where it was like a bit. I love CGI. Don't get me wrong, but like they use CGI for like the blood and stuff, and it just didn't come across as good.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think practical blood can look shit as well as CGI can. Both. It's like the whole conversation we've always had. Both of them have their strengths and weaknesses, and it's how you use them and when you use them and where you use them. So, fake blood, this, all syrupy, this, fucking wrong colour, yeah, that looks shit, but then so does CG blood if it just doesn't act realistically.
But what they need... She's pregnant with...
It's Danny Boy.
It was either Danny Boy or it was Bill Paxton's character. Was the father.
Fuck yeah.
But
I think don't even remember where the hints were lying.
Somewhere along the line, I think. But, what was I going to say?
Oh man, I'll tell you another thing about Predators that I fucking loved is the world that they had made.
The world's
all
fine,
the technology and that massive Earth mover thing, that massive boring machine.
Yeah.
So cool, because that is another thing. It kind of gives you a hint that the Predators' technology isn't their own, and they just find and salvage and steal what they can. Yeah,
I just didn't like that the Predator was killed. It should have been I don't mind Adrian Brody, but he should have been the hero that releases the Predator, and then the Predator and Predator fight, and the original Predator wins, then lets them go home, and then you've got your closed ending.
I mean, you could even have had it, because obviously the new Predators are the Berserker and the Predator and all that kind of shit are way superior, but if they'd weakened it, then there would be...
Yeah, the original Predator could come in and,
tear it open. I'd love to have seen the Predators, reach into his fucking chest and break his rib cage apart, just to the most unbelievably brutal kill you've ever seen.
Yeah,
the worst thing you've ever seen a Predator do is to another Predator.
It just decimates it.
I fucking love that.
This is awesome now. So from this moment on, it's pretty much one big chase sequence with the Predator.
Yeah,
we go into the whole operations building in the slaughterhouse.
I love how one of the biggest battles of the Predator is in a fucking slaughterhouse, and it is a slaughterhouse. Everyone gets killed. Oh, that bit is so good. It fucking rips that person's head off their shoulders with
That's Bill Paxton's character.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's he went back and saw that the body was missing. This is where we see the Predator being really agile.
Mental.
Look at it go. Look how it jumped across the cars. And it scaled that building in no time.
So fucking cool. Oh, yes.
Relation.
That shot, he's just unconscious on the floor. It's fucking hilarious. Absolutely done him.
It's the last you see of Tony Pope. He just killed him.
Yeah, he's fucking killed him.
He just
stone dead.
Dead. Just one shock to that old man's system. He was dead. He could cut to him and just clap in his ear and it just dropped dead. That's where the Predator is all electrified.
Recharging his batteries.
Yeah, possibly.
Well, it's like in Concrete Jungle you do that. You find power outlets and just fucking slam your wrist blades into them and just fucking suck up the juice.
There you go, let's climb in the building. Just digging his claws in.
Oh.
Now for the iconic image right now from the Predator series. There we go. That's
so cool.
Gets struck by lightning. Now we're into the very Aliens-esque.
The ops sort of centre for the...
Yeah, might as well be the inside of the APC.
Yeah. Smart guns. That is actually on a Steadicam harness. I swear that was, yeah.
That's why
they're about to go to a rave. They've got their fucking NOS canister there. They're all wearing their fucking disco suits.
It's what turned Gary Busey insane.
Yeah.
It was this scene. This is why, like, they semi-work in the Alien universe as well, because they have stuff like this. But it's the one-liners. Which is cool.
He's a stinky bastard. That does beg the question, how could Arnold Schwarzenegger run 300 city blocks to escape it? But then again, I just always think...
A fucking alien.
A fucking alien.
An alien.
Alien. But then the way I see it, 'cause he says it destroys 300 city blocks of rainforest, but I just think that includes trees getting fucking blown over, and if
Blown over or radiation.
Yeah, and if Arnold Schwarzenegger is hiding behind a rock, and his big muscly body will protect him.
Yeah. You saw him fire a bow and arrow straight through a tree trunk in that film.
I think it's going to take a hell of a lot to actually harm him. And who knows, he may be dead of radiation poisoning now as well.
Yeah, old Dutch.
A little Dutch.
Originally, Dutch was going to be in Predators.
He was going to... in Predators.
Yeah, he was going to be like... He was going to be... Sure, keep your eye. He was
Wake up!
Tired, man. He originally was going to be the Lawrence Fishburne character, the crazy guy who'd been on...
Incredible.
He'd been on the planet for years.
Fucking hell, man.
They'd like taken him there to see how long he could survive, and he'd actually been surviving for ages
at the cost of all his humanity. But Peter Keyes, he was originally going to be Dutch in this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
I want to get my own back.
Yeah.
Come
it's
on,
a fucking alien.
Face me.
The lion, the tigers, the bears. Oh my!
Standing here with my little gas gun. Bang with your fist like a man.
Look at my sick rave suit.
Come on, want to dance?
Boom, boom, chicka, chicka, boom, boom. It's my favorite song.
Enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show. This is history. We are enjoying it, Peter Keyes.
Oh, come on, Peter, give us some more. Yeah, I do like what you're saying. You know, they look kind of like very early kind of Marines or something, don't they? Like in a way.
Yeah, it works. It works like a lot.
It's feels right.
It's just some of the out of the blue cheesy one-liner moments that sort of set it apart in a way. Because Alien never did that.
Yeah.
Alien 3 has one-liners.
Alien has like believable dialogue with memorable lines, not one-liners.
Yeah, and same for Alien 3 and Aliens. But Aliens has that one-liner, get away from her, you bitch. But it works because she's not saying it when she's about to kill the alien, in the sense that like the alien's hanging onto her foot out of the air, like it's just like, get away from her, you bitch, or something like, or you know, Jaws, where he's like, smile you instead of a bitch, and then he takes the shot. Like it's not
perfectly. It's not like something that's perfectly timed.
She's getting its attention.
Yeah, as soon as she sees it, she just fucking yells that at it. Although I suppose actually she walks forward a little bit.
Yeah, but
I don't know. It kind of works.
It does work, but
it's not outrageous. It's the sort of thing you would say. I mean, it doesn't matter if the alien hears you or not, because obviously it doesn't understand you, but. It's just what it, you know.
But turning around and throwing a knife through someone and going, stick around.
Yeah. Well, he was.
And when he opens the door, he goes, knock, knock.
Yeah. But yeah, like in Aliens as well, like I was saying before, like I think all the one-liners kind of fit because that's people who think they're tough trying to say tough things to make them seem tougher.
Then, because canon is your personal opinion. What if Predator 2 was just in the same universe as Alien?
I'll be fine with that.
Yeah?
Don't see what's the problem. Because it's like one of those things, it just wraps itself up, you know? It's not like there's a cliff. The only thing that's a cliffhanger is something that doesn't promise something will happen. It just shows that something has happened before, in a way. Like, it's not like, oh, look, this is... Like, in fucking Aliens vs Predator Requiem. It's like, oh look, they've got Predator technology left behind. We'll see how fucking Yutani wants this or whatever the hell.
The space flight program.
Yeah, it's just really stupid. It's like you don't really have to shoehorn that in.
No.
It's like we could have fucking put 2 and 2 together. Thank you very much. Like, it's not even necessary anyway. I really see AVP and AVP2 as just the same. I regard it exactly the same as I would like the comic books and stuff. Like,
yeah, Alien vs Predator Requiem is the best fan film ever made. I've said that for years.
That makes sense.
True.
I do like the Predator in fucking AVP2.
Wolf, yeah.
It is really fucking well done, but that's about the only good thing about the film. Oh, look at this. Here he is.
I much prefer this Predator.
Yeah, this is probably the most fucking evil looking out of all, except Scarface from Concrete Jungle. That's my favourite Predator in the whole universe.
Really?
Yeah. He's just so unbelievably cool. Fucking shot point blank in the face of a magnum, and it just takes his eye out and he just runs away, like fucking carries on fighting.
This is very Aliens-esque, this, isn't it? It's like, getting hardly any readings at all. I'm getting readings front and behind.
I love how the Predator knows that it's being hunted now. Yeah, and all the different viewmates. Here we go. This is the bit.
I like how they changed the mask to be more like pointed and like
angular, more like a skull.
There you go. There you go. Sense the blue lights, the black lights. You've got a black light. It's $19.99. God, looks cool.
Little radioactive particles all over it. Your boy's been made. Clear the line.
Clear the line.
His voice is really high pitched in this for some reason.
He's younger.
He's young. That's not no shit that he fucking fights those guys.
Yeah. Puts his hand up. You got that.
Look how fucking gently he's holding him as well. It's such a fucking shitty little fight scene. It's great.
He's got a gun to his head though. He doesn't need to hold him.
I suppose, yeah.
He's just like guiding him. Whereas the way he's holding his cheeks, I know this is a recording, but he's holding his cheeks like that, and he's like, "Go fuck yourself!" And
Oh, that's great.
Grabbed his neck.
But it's just like that little. I love his little fucking gearing up montage. Fantastic.
Well, this is it. After this is the
showdown.
The showdown, which lasts for fucking ages.
Oh, so good. Ah.
I love that this is now, like, this is a thing in some action movies to have scenes like this, all because of, like, as far as I know
smart
from...
gun as well, like the muzzle flash on that, sorry.
Like Aliens, the idea of a team being watched and there's nothing you can do to help them as they get slaughtered by whatever you're hunting. That happens in Jurassic World, Aliens, this. Swear there's a few others.
Yeah, it is a recurring sci-fi theme, isn't it? I think because you kind of get like an overview of all the action. Because it's like you want it to be chaotic for the people involved in it, but you want to be able to make sense of what's happening, so you have that kind of detached. Oh, yes.
How did they one up the shoulder cannon? They just had it so it was locked away constantly. Like the first one, it was always out.
Yeah.
This one, it's hidden away, and then it goes, which is awesome.
It looks fucking well cool as well. Love the way it kind of fits in with the armor set of this one.
This bit where it tries to recloak again. It's all Busey.
Gary Busey.
God, it looks awesome.
Yes.
It's cool because it also had the same guy who played the Predator in the first one playing the Predator in this one.
So it retains the kind of...
And Stan Winston did all the stuff. So it's the same musician, Alan Silverstein. So it's got pretty much the entire team. Just doesn't have the same director or lead actors.
Yeah, I quite like that Kevin Peter Hall's playing Predator because he keeps that feeling to it again. Like he obviously knows how to play this character, and he does it well.
He gives this one a little bit more flair.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's less kind of
Like how the
dare I
guns
say
stay.
graceful like than the other one. This one is slightly more. Just it seems more lethal, a bit more. Shot of his fucking face.
Well, if it's meant to be 1997 and the original came in 1987, it's meant to be 10 years later. So the Predators are like.
Well, to be fair, I don't think the Predators. Like I don't know. I like
technology's gone up a little bit, like.
But I don't see. I see the way I.
But or it might not have gone up, but it's different.
Yeah, it's a different kind of technology.
Whether that's a progression in their technology or it's just this one has a different set of like weapons at hand.
I like to think of the Predators as more like they have this technology, like, and they like this one, like their technology doesn't change that much. Like it's like they already have all their gear and like
that's all they need.
There's like this whole theory of them being like an ancient, really ancient dying race. Like their numbers are just gradually getting less and less.
I just like the idea that they've got this technology and it's just enough for them to go hunting every now and then. So they love it. They love going hunting. As long as they can keep reproducing some of this technology, they'll go hunting forever.
See, that's it. That's what I would like, is that all this technology, they didn't develop it themselves because they obviously have, like, really excellent natural mimicry skills. Because they can, like, obviously, it's not like, it's not shown, it's implied, because they can
speech.
Yeah, they can copy speech and like, all this sort of stuff, and they understand things very quickly.
Yeah,
it's cool to think that all their technology, they just fucking, like, replicate it. They don't know how to make it, but they can just replicate it.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. I like the idea that they either enslave another race to make all their technology, or they just salvage it and steal it. That sort of thing.
That'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it? Running through all it like a steakhouse.
Fucking leg at that, point blank.
This is why this Predator is awesome, because of this scene where it, like, just gets pumped 7 or 8 times with a fucking shotgun, point blank to the chest and abdomen, and it still goes for like another 15-20 minutes.
The only way you can kill it is with its own technology.
We're about to see Peter Keyes in his magically flying torso.
Yeah. I just had a thought. Harrigan is the only person to have ever actually outright killed a predator.
Well, Adrian Brody's character beheads the super predator, or berserk predator, whatever you want to call him, in Predators now.
That's true.
He literally just cuts its head off. But, yeah, at the time...
Yeah, because
Arnie killed it. Arnie killed one because he dropped the log on his head.
No,
but
he didn't kill it. It killed itself.
Well, it killed itself, but he was the one who put it in a position where the only option it had left was to kill itself.
I maintain that it killed itself. He mortally wounded it for sure, but the predator, because I was thinking this predator dies by Harrigan's hand. Predator in Predator kills itself. Yeah, the classic Predator in Predators gets killed by the other predator. AVP was the same. AVP Requiem was the same. The Predator killed itself. No, it got blown up with a nuke, didn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe that was my quick little...
What you mean is in hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, I think
pretty much the Danny Glover character and Adrian Brody are the only ones to do it. Look at it.
That looks so cool.
The head design, like the really insect-looking paint design. Ugly. Yeah.
Was that a miniature they used for the talking head?
No, it's just an animatronic, I think.
Oh, it fucking smashes the gun.
It's just like, screw that weapon.
So
that stings like a bitch.
Yeah, god damn it, that leaves a fucking welt. Oh, god, it looks so cool.
It's pissed off.
How many more spikes it has.
Look how it sees with heat vision without its mask on.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas Predator 1, it didn't. So a lot of fans who have been chatting over the years, I've heard have speculated that the Predator in the original one was actually semi-blind.
That's a really cool idea.
But that just explains why it's a different colour.
Yeah.
They actually do see an infrared.
Yeah, I mean, like,
but they can
I suppose
change the spectrum in their eyes.
I always thought that it like, evolved on a planet that had like a different kind of sun orbiting it, like, or that it,
Yeah, so when the heat from that sun hits the planet, like it just looks normal to them.
yeah, or that like it's just like it's the sun emits a different
Another weapon.
wavelength of oh god yes, something that became so iconic.
Like, ready for the magic floating torso? Where's his torso?
Where is it?
Why didn't they show his torso hitting
That
the
is
floor?
really weird. Doesn't it show it like in like a second? It's like that'd be so fucking funny.
That's what I like about in this one as well, is when the Predator tries to self-destruct. He's like, not today, or something, then he cuts its gauntlet in two, thus stopping said nuclear explosion.
Yeah, very smart move. Very smart move.
Very smart move, yes. This is the fucking birds. Well, I hope everyone who's watching this, or if they are enjoying themselves. Me and Ross have literally just been chatting.
I'm having a great time.
Just chatting nonsense during this film. It's been great. The futuristic guns.
It's got a fucking desert eagle. That's some serious shit.
Birds. Damn birds.
I just remembered there's another bit of the Predator coming up that is not vital but interesting. There, where it's got his breathing mask.
Yeah, because his mask's been taken off.
Do you know what I reckon? I don't think that's a respirator for it to actually breathe out. I reckon that's some kind of like painkiller or something.
Yeah, it will be because it's been shot. I reckon.
Yeah, it's just been fucking had his guts blasted away. So I reckon either it's like a mixture of like fucking insane stimulants, painkillers, and all sorts of shit just to keep it up and running.
Lots of drugs.
Because it doesn't have time to use its proper med kit, so I'd like to think that that's what it's for.
Yeah, definitely. I love their blood. It's so alien, their blood, but it's like so over the top that it works. Like that glowing green,
I like that
almost radioactive looking blood.
Yeah, I like that. That's what kind of gives their skin that horrible, pale, sweaty kind of colour to it as well.
Look at this.
Can't imagine that thing fucking hang off your arm, dislocating your shoulder and all sorts of shit.
Yeah. Noises of the Predator.
Now, can you really imagine that thing calling itself a Uatcha?
Nope.
And it just pisses me off that everyone in the fucking, like, so many people in the fandom call it Uatchas and stuff. I'm just like, for fuck's sake, that's something that, like, Stephen Perry or Stephanie Perry came up with. It's never once called out in the films. Call it Predator and keep the mystery.
Yeah. There you go. Like, cut his arm in two. It's again why I love this Predator so much, because it just gets fucked up so bad. Look at it. Look at it go.
What a nutcase.
Now we see the Predator in the bathroom punching a mirror because it thinks it's ugly. It's like, I'm ugly. It punches the mirror.
Oh, yes. This is the fucking
The Medikit scene. It's one of my favourite scenes in this film and Predator films in general.
It's just cool to see it doing something where you can get the gist of what it's trying to do, but you don't know how it's doing it.
Well, in the first one, you saw its medikit very briefly.
Yeah.
And it was like injecting itself, but in this one, like you see it pretty much fully working. Like.
Yeah, you really see it going into some detail, and so I love that it keeps so much mystery. You can get the gist of what it's doing, but you don't actually, like I say, you don't actually know what it's doing.
And also, like having the
oh.
But having like its resourcefulness, like the way it uses the plaster on the wall to make some sort of paste. There you go.
It has that little lamp in it as well.
Yeah. This thing, I want one of these. I've always wanted one of these ever since I was a kid.
Stove.
Yeah. It's so awesome. The way its fingers move. This little blue liquid. So it just burnt that stuff, right?
Yeah, that's just the same bowl. But I guess.
So cool.
It's weird looking stuff.
And the classic roar. We'd never heard that roar before until now. I say we, like, I didn't see this till years later. Talking about people at the time.
Was that a new one?
That roar?
Yeah.
Roar? Yeah.
Well, that wasn't in the first one.
No.
Oh, shit.
You cauterise the wound.
Ugh. God, I wonder what a fucking Predator prosthetic would look like if I got a new hand.
Yeah. That's why I love, like, the Predators are so tough, because look how much shit this one's gone through. It's lost an arm, been shot 8 or... You feel pain.
But it can just take it.
It can just take it.
It's like it turned all that plaster into, like, jelly.
Mm.
It's like, when it scooped them out, you saw it all, like, fucking wobbling around, like...
And that's the little injection it used in the first film, I think, is that one. And then it did it in its leg in the first film. It kind of shows what a pussy the one in the first film was, because it got shot once in the leg and then it had to go and sit and medicate itself.
This one has been...
This Predator's still going.
Well, I think this Predator is fucking way more dangerous than the one in the first one. The first film, like, I don't know if it was like...
Oh, the first one was awesome.
Absolutely.
I love that's his nickname, Anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Just punching through walls. So great.
So cool.
Love how the Predator's now starting to get on the back foot a bit. It's like, fuck, I need to get out.
Yeah, it's running. It's running away from Danny Glover.
Yeah, it's like...
something, again, we'd never seen before.
Yeah. It needs to get his shit together before it can fight him or whatever, but he's just relentlessly chasing it. It's fucking great.
And I do love that, like, pretty much all the other... Like, this film had, like, so much of a plot going to build up to the point where all they needed to do was have this guy and this Predator having a fight for ages. And it works. So like, the last 20 minutes have literally just been him pursuing this Predator ever since the blooming train station when he sort of ripped off the guy's head. It's a leap of faith.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, this is on the VHS. This is where it'd come in. It's hideous. It used to terrify me as a kid, this imagery. Him in that hole. Going,
just dropping down.
Yeah, with the lift coming down on top of him. That scared me more than the Predator.
Yeah?
Yeah. That just that imagery of him like going, because at the time I had no idea what was going on in the context of the film.
Yeah.
So it was like really unnerving.
He just found himself here. Man, see, now this is what I'm talking about, the design of the Predator ship.
Yeah,
It
look
looks
at
like
this.
the inside, like a fucking hollowed out beetle or something. Now that would be fucking sick if they made bits of their ship out of fucking dead animals.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, so why did it go from this
To like Aztec pyramid shit.
and also the inside of their ships?
Well, I
Like,
guess
why
it
did
was
that all change?
it was the expanded universe, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's
All
fucking
the
annoying.
books and stuff
It's
changed
just weird. It's just weird that they changed the
the design of the
yeah
Predators.
the design of their ships and stuff. Like
Yeah.
they didn't really change the
Like,
design.
they had
of the
these
Predators
weird
that
pillar
much.
things, but they weren't anything like.
Yeah, they look more like fucking Stonehenge than Aztec temples.
Yeah, and it's also like, where's all the red lasers and shit in this ship?
Yeah,
Like, in the next ones, they use those lasers for everything.
Yeah, this ship looks like it's just filled with some kind of crazy incense kind of stuff. Like it looks, I'd say the design in this almost in a way looks like fucking Arabic or something.
Yeah. It's really cool though, because we hadn't seen anything like this when the first film came out. You know, we only got a hint at the beginning when you see the outside of the ship. We never went in.
Yeah.
But the design of the ship, for some reason, it works, and I don't quite know how they get it to work. Like, you don't see the cockpit, nothing like that. You just see this one room. It's like a trophy room.
I love
And it's
it.
like
Huge
their
dinosaur
atmosphere.
thing.
Yeah, it's like their atmosphere is like on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that huge creature.
Imagine seeing the Predator kill that.
And the alien, there it is. There's no fucking around. That is the alien's head.
Yeah, they're just blatantly showing it.
Ah, fuck. I do like the idea that the Predators kind of cheat at the same time. They don't care if you're outgunned against them.
Yeah.
They'll fucking come after you.
They'll
You can fight. Fighting with one arm. Oh! He had all the air taken out of his lungs. Oh! It's cool, like sword fight.
Yeah, it's well good. That's what I always think you don't see enough of is like fucking long sword fights with the Predator.
Yeah.
That's why the bit with wasn't there Hanzo and Predators.
Yeah.
That's
why it's awesome.
amazing.
That also imitates in Predators. That's imitating the scene with Billy when he like stops on the bridge, but you don't see it in that. You only hear him screaming.
Yeah.
Hey, Ella. Fuck you, Predator. Stabbed it right in the heart.
Like, you really see him digging it in. Like a little chainsaw.
All the roars come from this one. So awesome, those roars. A pig squealing or something. I'm surprised by the lack of skulls in this place, though. Like, that was a trophy room.
Maybe that's his like his absolute best trophy room, and then they go into like another room. There's like just a fucking mound of skulls.
Or the
like,
walls part.
don't know.
There's like a walls part, and they each have their own little like lockers of skulls, and that's his locker that's open.
But yeah, I guess
he's on this planet.
I wonder how many other predators are currently operating on Earth because like you obviously see loads like coming up in a sec, don't you?
Yeah, but
so maybe this is a home base for like several predators. Like one here, one somewhere else. Like,
well, I've always figured that like they were here to. This one was here to hunt. The others were, just chilling on the ship. While everyone was out hunting,
smoking a doob.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right about their technology because this one has the original shoulder cannons and shit. So they haven't progressed in technology.
But the thing is, they all look so different. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as if it's a progression. It could just be literally they have different variations of the same technology.
You've seen the behind the scenes video where all these guys are dancing.
Yeah, it's fucking well cool.
God, look at that thing. It's the Celtic Predator. Design mask. And the original, obviously. One with the original mask.
Although that one with the original mask is slightly different.
Yeah, it wasn't the original one from the first film, but it's
very similar design.
It had the same mask. It's like the box standard mask, I think.
Yeah.
You killed my
God,
daughter.
Fucking
well done.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Take it.
Fucking wicked he looks.
Yeah, the Elder Predator's the best. What makes this Elder Predator look so much better than the one that's in AVP? You know, the one that has the cloak. It looks like Superman or something. This one just looks like one of the boys.
Yeah, exactly. That is the best way of putting it.
One of the Predators, he's the Elder because he's been going the longest. Like, if someone takes him down, so be it. Someone else will step into his shoes. He doesn't have to put on some stupid, like, cloak to rise above the others.
Yeah, he just
looks like one of the others, just older. Gives him a musket for his troubles.
Would you stay on board?
No.
If all your friends were dead?
No. Because I know on the other end it wouldn't be pretty.
It'd be the most hellish experience you can imagine.
They'd probably try and test you for some shit. Ship's so weird, and how it has the open entrance at the back. And this with all the lights.
And that's the thing that gets me, is why did they make it so different for AVP? It looks so cool. It looks like their technology, whereas there's like a massive difference between their big ships and the technology. Like, I just don't understand.
Yeah, there's too many like silvers and fake-looking metals in the new ones.
That's so true. In AVP, everything looks like it's made out of either foam or plastic, even if it's
or like
silver.
Carbon fiber. That sort of like matted black or grey metal, which doesn't look like metal.
Oh, like aluminium or something. Like,
yeah, it's like they have their armor as all that like sort of semi-shiny metal, but it just doesn't look like metal. Whereas these guys it looks like brass. They're like wearing almost like copper.
Yeah, totally, man. That's definitely what it's like. But yeah, that's what I don't like. I mean, fuck.
There are some things I love. I love the shuriken disc, and I loved the sounds of the shoulder cannons where they were like. So I like when they changed some of the stuff like that.
I don't know. I wasn't a massive fan of that change. I quite liked it sounded like the massive, just like the crack when it fired.
I know. I didn't mind differences in the sound to an extent because our weapons sound different.
Yeah.
But I'm completely with you. Like the ships look cool, but they didn't look Predator cool.
And they didn't really fit in with the Predator aesthetic. I didn't like.
We just didn't like it. We've been slagging off AVP so much.
I'm basically just going to say I just didn't like anything they did with the Predators in AVP.
Except for the second one.
The second one, yeah, that's a different story because they gave them all that other cool shit, like those laser trip mines, the massive power gauntlet thing, which are things I would totally imagine a Predator to have.
Yeah.
And it also looked well designed as well.
With the one eye.
Yeah.
Much like Scarface.
Much like Scarface, yeah.
Imagine if that was Scarface.
That'd cool. But yeah, I didn't like anything they did with the Predators. I generally, as basic rule, I don't like the way the Predators look in AVP 1. I think they look shit and tacky.
But Predator 2, this film, we now come to the end of it. But this film, it's fucking awesome. Who so doesn't like this? That little triangle symbol we thought was the Death Eater symbol was like, it's the oval symbol. You'll get no chance. Yeah, so maybe they were operating, but what makes me question if they were or not is the fact that they take off as soon as that one's dead. They leave.
Yeah. Maybe
they were like waiting in line. Maybe if that one got killed pretty quickly, someone else would step up to the plate. But then it lasted for so long, they were like, well, we better get out of here.
Yeah, they've obviously been rumbled.
Yeah. But anyway, we see the helicopter going off, and any second now, the credits will start rolling.
Very familiar score coming up here.
Yeah. Stephen Hopkins. I'm going to turn this up. The background. Bim, 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 bim.
Yes.
Bim, 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 bim. Okay, that was Predator 2. I hope you enjoyed our
film.
commentary.
Yeah.
We waffled on like nerds. Have a good day, guys.
Because that's what you're like. Yep. Have fun.
Ta-ta!
Enjoy. Bye.